Jigsaw, you wake up in a dark room. It smells like rust and regret. You're chained to a radiator, and across the room is a hacksaw. Not for the chains, asterisk for your leg star. There's a puppet on a TV screen telling you to appreciate life. Welcome to a motivational speech from hell. You're in a jigsaw trap. Jigsaw, aka John Kramer, isn't your average horror movie killer. He's not here to stab you in the dark. He's here to teach you a lesson. A twisted, blood-soaked TED talk about valuing your existence. And his curriculum? Traps that look like they were designed by Satan's mechanical engineer. Jigsaw doesn't actually kill people. He just sets up scenarios where your own bad choices do the work. It's moral philosophy meets meat grinder. You lied? You cheated? You smoked too much? Time to crawl through barbed wire, dig a key out of your own stomach, or wear a reverse bear trap that turns your head into red confetti. And if you think you'll outsmart the trap, think again. These aren't puzzles. They're psychological torture devices with a timer. The choices are always impossible. Save yourself, or someone else dies. Hurt yourself, or die painfully anyway. And even if you do survive, congratulations. You're now part of support group for the irreparably traumatized. The worst part? Jigsaw thinks he's the good guy. He's got cancer, a tragic backstory, and a god complex. And he truly believes that by nearly killing you, he's doing you a favor. He's not a villain. He's a life coach with power tools. So next time someone says, live every day like it's your last, just hope Jigsaw doesn't overhear. Because if he does, it probably will be Freddy Krueger. You know that feeling when you're falling asleep, and suddenly you're in a nightmare? Except in this one, the walls are bleeding, your feet are stuck in the floor, and there's a man in a Christmas sweater with knives for fingers chasing you through a boiler room. That's not just sleep paralysis. That's Freddy Krueger. Freddy isn't just a killer. He's an idea, a walking middle finger to the concept of sleep being safe. In life, he was a child murderer. In death, he became something worse, a demon who lives in your dreams, kills you there, and makes sure your body dies in real life. Sweet dreams. He doesn't stab. He stalks. He plays with you first, twisting the dream until you're not sure what's real anymore. 1 second you're in your room. The next, you're in a high school hallway flooded with blood, and Freddy's dragging his claws down the lockers like nails on your soul. And he's creative. Freddy doesn't just kill. He customizes your death. Afraid of bugs? He'll turn you into one. Hate needles? He'll stab you with 100. It's not murder. It's psychological art. And Freddy's the twisted Van Gogh of dreamland. The worst part? You can't run. You can't hide. Because everyone has to sleep eventually. It's not if Freddy gets you. It's when. Take a pill. Down some coffee. Try to stay awake for 3 days. Your body will betray you. And when it does, he'll be waiting with that grin, that glove, and a one-liner that somehow makes everything worse. Freddy Krueger isn't just scary. He weaponizes your brain against you. And when you die screaming in a nightmare no one else can see, the only thing you'll remember is the last sound you heard. Steel blades scraping against bone, and that voice saying, "Welcome to prime time, beat the Xenomorph." There's fear, and then there's primordial fear. You're alone on a spaceship. The lights are flickering. Something drips from the ceiling. And then you hear it. The hiss. The rasp. The sound of a creature that wasn't just built to kill you, but to do it beautifully. This is the Xenomorph. No words. No mercy. Just pure evolutionary disrespect. The Xenomorph doesn't hunt you. It multiplies through you. Step 1. You find a strange egg in a derelict alien ship and poke it, because curiosity is apparently stronger than common sense. Step 2. Facehugger. A spider-like parasite launches at your face, forces a tube down your throat, and knocks you out cold while it makes a baby in your chest. Fun. Then comes the grand finale, the chestburster. You're having dinner with your crew, laughing, finally relaxing, and then you start choking. Not on food, but on your own ribcage. Something inside you claws its way out, covered in blood, squealing like a demon fetus. And then it scurries off to become a full-grown monster in about an hour. And what a monster it is. 8 feet tall, jet black, no eyes, acid for blood, inner mouth inside its other mouth. You don't shoot it. You don't even breathe near it. Because if you do, it bleeds through you and the next 3 floors of the ship. The Xenomorph doesn't chase. It stalks. It waits. It moves through vents like it owns the place. And to be honest, it kind of does. Every death is personal. It snatches you in silence. It strings you up for later. And you'll die terrified, confused, and totally alone. That's not just death. It's performance art for an audience of one. The Xenomorph isn't evil. It doesn't hate you. It doesn't even know what you are. To it, you're just a warm meat sack with lungs, and lungs are prime real estate for incubation. So the next time you see something slimy and alien on the floor, maybe don't get closer, because in space, no one can hear you scream. But the Xenomorph? Oh, it lives for the sound. Anton Chigurh. Imagine this. A man walks up to you in a gas station. He's quiet, polite, off somehow. He asks you to call it, heads or tails. You don't know what you're betting on, but he's already decided. If you guess wrong, you die. If you guess right, you live. That's it. No motive. No hate. Just chance. That's Anton Chigurh. He doesn't kill for revenge. He doesn't kill for pleasure. He kills because he decides it's time. And the coin is just there to make it feel like fate had a hand in it. He's not a hitman. He's a walking philosophical crisis in cowboy boots. You can't reason with him. You can't run from him. You barely understand why you're dying. And that's the point. And his weapon of choice? A captive bolt pistol. The kind used to put down cattle. Silent. Brutal. Efficient. He doesn't shoot from across the room. He walks right up to your skull and pops it like a balloon. It's clinical. It's grotesque. It's Anton. He doesn't yell. He doesn't chase. He doesn't even look angry. He just exists, like death itself wrapped in a thrift store jacket and a 1,000-yard stare. You'll never see him coming, but when you do, you already know it's too late. The scariest part? He thinks he's fair. In his mind, the coin gives you a chance. The rules are set. If you die, it's because you were meant to. No drama. No guilt. Just pure, clean inevitability. Anton Chigurh isn't a villain in the traditional sense. He's not chaos. He's order, a rigid, immoral system where your life hangs on heads or tails. And if you ever hear the words, "What's the most you've ever lost on a coin toss?" You're already dead. You just haven't hit the floor yet. Pinhead, you didn't mean to open a gateway to hell. You just found a weird puzzle box in an antique shop, gave it a twist, and suddenly reality folded in on itself. The walls split open, the lights flicker, the chains rattle, and then he appears. Tall, pale, covered in nails like he lost a fight with a hardware store, and with a voice that sounds like a choir of dead angels. Meet Pinhead, leader of the Cenobites, sadomasochistic entities from another dimension who view human suffering as a spiritual experience. They're not here to kill you. That would be merciful. They're here to explore you. You see, to the Cenobites, pain isn't punishment. It's art. Your nerves, your fear, your blood. It's their canvas. And Pinhead? He's the curator of the gallery. You summon them by opening the lament configuration, and now you belong to them. Body, mind, soul. They don't stab. They flay. Slowly. With hooks and chains that appear out of thin air and dig into your flesh like they're signing a contract. And even that's just the appetizer. Your death isn't the end, it's the invitation. You become part of their realm. Twisted. Transformed. Alive in a way that makes alive feel like a curse. You'll scream until your vocal cords are shredded, and then scream more. Because in Pinhead's world, there is no release. The worst part? You asked for it. The box only responds to those who seek it. People chasing forbidden pleasure, knowledge, or escape. So when Pinhead shows up, he's not mad. He's invited, and he always honors an invitation. He'll tell you, "We have such sights to show you," and then he'll show them, in vivid, anatomical detail. Pinhead isn't a monster. He's a cosmic administrator of agony, and he doesn't punish the wicked. He delivers exactly what they asked for, just not in the way they expected. So next time you see a mysterious puzzle box lying around, maybe don't solve it. Or do. Just know that what waits on the other side isn't death. It's forever. Pennywise, you're walking home alone. It's raining. There's a drain on the side of the road, and a voice calls out from the darkness. "Hiya, Georgie." At first, he looks like a clown. Friendly enough. Red balloon, crooked smile, weird eyes. But what's he doing down there? And why is he offering you a balloon from a sewer? That's not a party trick. That's Pennywise. He's not just a clown. He's an ancient, interdimensional predator that wakes up every 27 years to feed. On what exactly? Not just bodies. Not just blood. On fear. He wants you terrified. Panicking. Desperate. Because the more scared you are, the better you taste. Pennywise doesn't kill you quickly. He breaks you. He becomes whatever you fear most. A leper, a twisted painting, your dead brother. Then warps reality around you until your mind collapses under the weight of your own imagination. It's psychological warfare with a red nose and fangs. And oh yeah, he eats children. Why? Because kids are easy. They're pure fear wrapped in small bodies. And when he grabs them, he doesn't just bite. He devours. Arms first. Screams echoing down the sewer. Blood on the water. But here's the real nightmare. Pennywise is just a mask. The real entity is something beyond understanding. Part spider, part god, part cosmic joke. If you see his true form, your mind breaks. You cease to be. Not dead, just gone. The worst part? Adults forget. Once you grow up, the memories fade. You don't remember the clown. You don't remember the missing kids. You just live your life, vaguely haunted by something you can't name. Until he comes back, and your childhood nightmares come crashing in with teeth. Pennywise doesn't just kill. He marks you. Leaves a scar on your soul so deep that even 27 years of distance can't erase it. So when you hear a balloon squeak, or a carnival tune in the dark, don't look behind you. Because in Derry, you'll float too. Reapers. Imagine this. Humanity builds starships, colonizes planets, and finally thinks it's made it. You've got aliens working together. Intergalactic trade. A space citadel run by ancient AIs. Everything is going great. Then the sky turns red, and the Reapers arrive. They don't come in guns blazing. They don't negotiate. They just land and begin harvesting. System by system, world by world. Entire civilizations disappear like a bad memory. No warning. No mercy. Just a low, droning hum, and then silence. The Reapers aren't robots. They're godlike machines, each the size of a skyscraper, designed with one goal: to periodically wipe the galaxy clean of advanced organic life. Every 50,000 years. You don't die because you did something wrong. You die because it's your cycle's turn. But it gets worse. They don't just kill. They convert. Humans, Turians, Aseri, doesn't matter. Your body becomes raw material. Your mind? Indoctrinated. Twisted. Until you're just another drone in their zombie army, known as husks. Ever seen your friends scream as they lose control of their own bodies, then charge you with glowing eyes and metal claws? Yeah, that's Tuesday in the Reaper War. And if you try to fight, good luck. Every Reaper is smarter than any living being. They've done this thousands of times. You're not a threat. You're just a predictable error in the galactic code, and they're here to hit reset. Enter Commander Shepard, one person trying to unite a fractured galaxy, build a mysterious weapon called the Crucible, and maybe give the galaxy one final shot at survival. Meanwhile, the Reapers are dismantling Earth in real time, turning cities into harvesting grounds and hope into ash. And if you fail, the Reapers don't gloat. They don't celebrate. They move on. The cycle continues. The galaxy forgets. And 50,000 years later, someone else starts asking where all the stars went. The thing. You're stranded in Antarctica. No backup. No rescue. Just howling wind, endless snow, and a research team trying not to lose their minds. Then the dog arrives. Quiet. Calm. Just watching. And that's when everything goes to hell. Because that's not a dog. That's the thing. An alien life form that doesn't kill you in the usual way. No claws. No blades. Instead, it becomes you. Cell by cell. Skin, voice, memories, perfectly replicated. And when it's done, you're gone. Not infected. Not possessed. Just replaced. The thing doesn't need to chase you. It just waits. Quiet. Patient. Because it knows the real weapon isn't brute force. It's doubt. You look at your teammate. They look normal. But are they? Did they flinch during the blood test? Why are they sweating? Wait, why are you sweating? That's the beauty of it. Every death the thing causes starts with a breakdown of trust. Friends turn on each other. Suspicion becomes paranoia. And paranoia becomes violence. You don't even need the thing in the room anymore. It's already won. But when it does strike, oh, it's not subtle. Tentacles. Screaming. Bodies cracking open in ways the human form was never meant to move. Heads split in half. Spines explode. Dogs melt into bone spaghetti. It's grotesque, surreal, and absolutely unforgettable. And the worst part? There's no cure. No weakness. No silver bullet. You don't fight the thing. You just delay it, burn everything, and hope you got it all. Because if even a single cell survives, it starts again. One drop of blood. One touch. One scream in the dark. And it's over. You don't know who to trust. You can't even trust yourself. And if you feel something crawling under your skin, well, too late.